Right, so, uh, if you look right here, you'll notice a 1949 Willys truck from Oklahoma. You wouldn't know that right away by looking at it, but I'm telling you that's where it's from. All right. Anyway, we're in the late stages on this deal. And by that, I mean we're fixing to put this dang old engine in this unit right here. Um, I just put the clutch on, I put the flywheel on, the clutch on. There's a couple other little things I need to do to it, but I honestly can do it in the truck. Like I need to torque the front pulley, the front crank nut, but I don't have to do that right now when it's out of the engine. I mean, out of the engine bay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that once it's in the truck, and actually I can put it in gear and it'll hold it while I torque it, make it a little bit easier on me. Um, so I pulled the clutch out of the L head, hoping that its pressure plate would be in better condition than the other pressure plate I had, and it wasn't. So it had some severe pitting on this pressure ring right here. Um, and ideally I'd be putting a brand new clutch kit and everything in this, but we're trying to save money. This is budget, man. We're all right. We're trying to get this unit running for as little money as possible, and I've already spent enough. I just went and bought some oil and stuff for the engine. That's expensive enough. Anyway, trying to keep that in mind. So right now, clutch is on the engine. Disc looked good enough to use. The one that came out of this F head had a broken spring in it. It's right here. Let me grab you that. Show you this. This clutch was disturbingly new. I mean, it ain't worn hardly any, but it has a shattered spring right here. So this is no bueno. It's a shame because the disc is pretty good. But anyway, and so basically what we're going to do, because it'll make it a lot easier on me, I didn't want to, I really don't want to right now, but I'm probably still going to do it, is take the grill off of this truck. Um, it's not really that bad to do, but it's just unpleasant because bolts always break and um, all that, but it'd be a lot easier just to slip. Watch with me. All right, see this? Slip it in there. You just make it a little bit easier, I think. Um, so we're probably going to pull it off just to make it a little bit easier. It shouldn't be that bad. I gotta find my other motor mount. We're gonna need it. I'm gonna have to manufacture, find um, some bolts for that. But either way, it should go alright. The exhaust is already in here. Um, it uses the same motor mounts. Those two that I've got are in good shape, so that should be fine. So these supports are already unhooked. So it really shouldn't be that bad other than popping these bolts that run down the side on both sides out. I can't remember. It's been a little while since I took one out. I think there's one or two on the bottom too. I can't remember. But anyway, that's what we're going to do. The F head is over here, right here. The shop is beyond a mess, so just keep that in mind. Been doing a lot of work moving stuff around. Um, I rinsed it out with diesel the other day because it sounded a little gritty. This engine hasn't ran much in years and years and years. And so I rinsed it out with diesel. It sounds better now. Like I say, I heard this one run. I know it runs. It ran pretty good. So we did that. We've got this oil line from the top of the canister put on. It runs in the bottom corner of the block. We got the oil line over here on from the bottom of the oil canister to the timing cover. It's on. We took the hard line off that other F head. We've got it put on here in the back. I'm gonna have to look up what that one is because that one's unhooked. The L head has it, but it runs to a completely different thing. This fitting here, I can't remember exactly what was there or way it ran, but we can do that once it's in the truck. I'm not really worried about that. I can put the fuel pump on it once it's in the truck. and I can mess with the points and everything over here. I've got the distributor cap off of this engine somewhere. I might end up robbing the points out of the L head and putting it in this one for right now. Because I want to hear the sucker run, and we ain't got time to be waiting on parts. So anyway, it's already hooked up, ready to pick her up. She's in the condition she needs to be in right now to do stuff. So we're gonna pull that grill out and change that throwout bearing, clean up that shaft just a touch, and then see if we can slip this bad boy just like this, just in there. And if things go well, which I'm sure they won't, but if they did, hypothetically, it might bust off tonight. It could. I can believe that. I don't know if it will, it probably won't. But either way, we can try. And trying's half the fun, you know? So, let me grab a couple wrenches. Those are probably 1/2 inch or 9/16 because that's what holds everything together on this unit. It's one or the other. So I grab a couple tools. I don't know where my 9/16 wrench went, but we'll grab a couple of these and we'll see if we can get the sucker popping off of there. I'm gonna have to find this other motor mount, and it's in here. I had it. Not sure where it's at, but we're putting this one over here. And we'll see what, I got this bottle of water because I need to drink something. Because when you're working on the Willys, it's hard to keep hydrated, you know. Let's see. Oh, yeah. No way that's gonna not break off. We're only gonna have like 100% break rate on these. Ooh. Oh yeah, they're all gonna break. Ooh. I guarantee it. It really doesn't matter. I mean, it's just a thing, you know. Stuff, words, things that happen. Keep it in a distance so that the light is a little bit better. We're going to see if we can't snap off all these bolts real quick. Should be 3 right here on this side of the grill. 3 on the other side. Can't get on it without an extension. Should have known. Huh, it didn't break it. A lot of debris fell out though. 40 washers. Actually, the bolt nut's in pretty good shape here. We can probably clean them up, reuse them bad boys. Right on. All this wiring that's chewed all to hell anyway doesn't really matter. I probably should at least take a picture of it though. So I'm going to grab Brittany's phone real quick, take a picture of it before I start cutting it because it's all bad anyway. I'll grab hers. That way, in case I need to know how it was wired, I can always refer back to the picture. But it's all been chewed by rats and stuff, bare wire showing. So there's no point in fighting it to disconnect it. Might as well just snip it all. All this mess of wires in this area right here, they're all just chewed and brittle, snapped. Some of them are cloth covered. So we could spend 20 years trying to fight these screws loose out of this junction block, or we could just cut the suckers. So I'm just going to cut them because they're going to come undone. That one I didn't even hardly squeeze and it broke. So yeah, these are all shot bad. They don't even snap. They like mash apart. That one did. That one's a little bit newer wire. Yeah, this is about burning a rig down. It's this kind of stuff. Still some bad shape. It's the original wiring harness. A lot of it is. So it's still got the cloth in it. And they've wrapped the length of it in electrical tape. And I've got a new wiring harness for Willys truck over there in the toolbox. So we might end up using it. Because this is all severely compromised. We don't want to get her running just to watch her burn. You know what I'm saying? Alright, that's cut free. Alright, let's see what we can do with these other ones. That one broke. Kind of figured it might. I gave it every chance, but it didn't want to come undone. We're not going to spend all day trying to get it undone. It's a little technique you can do if you got a bolt that you don't care about. You can just turn it towards, loosen it, tighten it. If you really don't care, you just tighten it with a wrench until it snaps off. You can do that too. Works pretty good. I've done it for years. You're gonna get this piece out of this wrench now. There you go. Like that. Alright, we've got one more right here. It's probably not gonna come undone either. Of course, it's gonna have to be a deep well because apparently it's already been changed. They can get me some better impact sockets. All mine are for 1/2 inch. They work a lot better with impacts because they're heavier. Sheared that one off too. Well, figured it was a high chance. That's the 3 on this side. Yeah, we should just have to get the other 3 in on the other side. It looks like it's just kind of sitting there. They may not have all the bolts in it. So I'm going to move you around to the other side. Well, I'll just move you back out here. And we'll snap some off on this side. Oh. That one came out. We got 2 out, 2 broken. There we go. We broke 3 and got 2 out. Those are the odds. Not too bad. Yeah. There ain't a whole hell of a lot holding her in there right now. Yeah, there's a couple in the front up here. At least one. I have to crawl up underneath it and look. I can't remember how many's underneath it. Just roll up underneath it real quick. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's just the one in the center. I forgot about that. Yeah. There's just the one up here in the center. It kind of holds the whole nose of the truck in place. Boy, this frame's in good shape. Alright, well, let's see if we can't get this son of a biscuit off here. Gonna roll out from underneath it so we don't go blind from the debris. Of course, the nut or the bolt's spinning that you can't hardly get to. I gotta keep my hat on, that's where my microphone's clipped. Alright, let's see. Got a wrench on it. Alright. Oh. Damn it. I know, we're safety goggles, regulator handler. Yeah, I know, yeah. And then it goes directly underneath the lens every time. Alright, anyway. This, extremely, I don't know how in the CML this didn't break off, but it didn't. Take a look at this bad boy. Take a look at that. Look at how much it's rotted away. Look at how thin it is. Look at that. Are you looking at it? All right. Anyway. I don't reckon we're going to reuse that bad boy. All right, anyway. Grill should come out now. Hypothetically. Yep, just like that. Oh, yes. Willys dust. Old piece of rubber, seen better days, hadn't it? All right. Let's take the blower and blow off our working area a little bit. Let me straighten the camera so crooked as a dog's leg. All right. Get the blower back in action. Blow off some of this. Once we get the engine in, I might go ahead and wire wheel this a little bit. Anyway, I might wire wheel this in here a little bit, shoot it with paint. While I can get to it, keep it from rusting anymore. It's all surface rust, mud and surface rust. So let me wire wheel this a little bit, and then we'll put the engine in. If we can. Where's my grinder? Oh, it's right here. Underneath the table. A little bit of preventative maintenance. It's better than it was, but you probably shouldn't just breathe it in like I'm doing. You should probably wear a respirator while you do such things. Okay? You don't want to be like Red Clay Traveler. You want to get black lung from working on your Willys truck? Is that what you want? Be better than me. This is a public service announcement. Anyway, we ain't worried about health and stuff. We're worried about Willys trucks. So, we've got that scuffed up a little bit. That way we can touch her up a little bit of Rust-Oleum black enamel. Let's climb in here where I've never felt more at home. And, see if we can't reach this throwout barn. I need a pair of pliers, I reckon, to get that out. And then we'll clean the shaft up a little bit. And then we should be on to slamming the engine into this dang old Willys. Slamming it hard, like you mean it. This is your thumbnail right here. Anyway, ooh. Oh, oh dear. Oh. I'm much holding this sucker together over here on this. Oh. Well, hook our little springy spring back there if we can, because we actually do need it. Should be able to do it with these. Maybe. I don't know. We're going to find out. Let's move the camera over here. Give you a little bit different angles. It's dusty in here now. Oop, whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go. There's a spring back in there, back yonder. You can't see it because of the old bath oil cleaner. But it's there, believe me. And we're trying to get it out because it's holding the throat bearing into place. So we need to get it extracted so we can clean up that shaft. Oh, so we can put our new heavily used throat bearing into place. Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, buddy. Best seat in the house. Ow. It helps that I can't see diddly dick. Ooh. There we go. Alright. This is what some call your throat bearing. And it's got a little spring that hooks in on this little spot here. This one's, ew, listen. Ew, it's chunky, alright? It's no bueno, so that's gonna go back over there. And then we're gonna try to clean this up. I think I got some steel wool in here. Brittany, do you know where the steel wool is? You remember I saw some in here. I don't remember where. Let's see if I can find the steel wool, and then I'll be back with you. Alright, couldn't find the steel wool. So we're gonna use a piece of extremely worn out 220 sandpaper, some brake cleaner, and a little bit of that PB Blast to use to even lessen the amount of scarring that we might do by using sandpaper. Get back up in here. I have no idea if you can see anything, but I like to think that you can. We're just trying to clean off the shaft a little bit where the throat bearing runs. Put a little bit of lube on this. Really doesn't feel too bad. It's a little bit of that action. We gotta drain the transmission and fill it with new oil. Can you hand me that really greasy piece right there? Thank you. This is throat bearing out of the L head. Um, it turns pretty good, but it was dry and I cleaned it out, trying to pack some more grease in it, but that didn't go as good as I was hoping because it's not really that kind of a bearing. But trying to get all this extra grease off of it. But it should work, at least for a time. Need all this get on our clutch off the face of this bearing. A little bit in there is alright, but you just don't want it getting. It's a little. With the dust, it's a little gritty, but it's not too bad. Now we should be able to, we need to take this old motor mount off right here if we can, but I bet it's gonna be a fight. It feels like a pretty good sized nut, but take it out. These Milwaukee batteries are trash, by the way, in case you were wondering. I've had more trouble out of Milwaukee batteries. I've never had a single ounce of trouble out of Makita. Never had any trouble out of Rigid. I've got multiples of both. And, but Milwaukee, yeah. I've got multiple Milwaukee batteries that are no good. So, worth noting. Just a little bit, or maybe it might seal. Get that back out of the way. And, yeah, we'll see if we can't fight the engine over here. This little piece that you probably can't see is probably going to be a fight, but we'll do what we can. All right. Now we need to pick the engine up, swing it over here. I've got the bell housing bolts. We're going to have to get it swung in there, try to line it up, and then fight that divider plate in the middle up enough to get some bolt holes in it, which will be a nightmare because you can barely see them. But we'll get it figured out. I'll get right back with you after I get the engine hooked up.